everybody, in this video we're going to take the FlightScope Mevo Plus outside again. After our first one with E6 Connect, we want to see it on FlightScope Golf app, see what we get. Hey everybody, Scott Ogan coming at you here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to take this Mevo Plus outside again. Now this is going to be the same session from when we did it with E6 Connect, where we were hitting some shots. We saw some interesting things with spin, and we wanted to see what happens right away after at the FlightScope Golf app. So this is the same session. Now, had some discussions with some people, and we started thinking about it. You know, it was working pretty good. They did do a firmware update to work on some other issues, and it seems like the spin may have been off. Had a couple of you also contact me and let me know that that's what you're seeing, is the spin will go really high. So the good news is that it's a software thing. Most likely, it's what it seems like. It's not a hardware thing, so it can just be fixed with an update. But you'll see what happens as we go through the shots here and seeing the shots on the spin. We did a couple of shorties because that's where we saw a ton of spin, and then we did a couple of irons as well, seeing what we get. But again, thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll get to it. Make sure you click that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber already. We're gonna get out and start trying to hit some longer shots in a different part of this golf park, so don't wanna miss those. And as always, thanks for the suggestions down in the comment section below. Want to make sure we answer any questions or get as much info to you as possible. With that, let's head back outside with the Mevo Plus. All right, so let's go over with the FlightScope Golf app. We're still here out at our location. We're in a park that has some golf hitting mats and stuff, so this is about all we can do right now. You know, I think one of the things we'll have to test, I'd be interested to hear what people get with an ideal setup. That's one of the things with like the Mevo Plus as compared to like an X3, is it has the auto leveling feet and things like that, so you can get a little better viewing angle. So we're gonna have to mess around with that. But if you remember from our E6 Connect video, we were getting a really high spin rate on these short shots, like 30 yards. I mean, like 13,000, ripping it off the green from 25 yards, which is, I wish I had that ability, but I know I don't. So we're gonna try a couple of short ones, and then we will try hitting a couple long ones. Again, can't go ripping. You see my car and all that out there, so we can't go ripping drivers. Wish we could, but anyway, let's try a couple and see what we get on this. So we're gonna go about 25, 30 yards. And that wasn't that far, but it read it. You can see 10-yard carry, 10,000 RPMs of spin. That's interesting as you're hitting a shot. Again, I wish I could do that, but that doesn't feel like that type of shot. So let's try it again. I hit that one pretty good. That's farther. We didn't get a read on that one. So let's see here. Hit that one really clean. And I didn't get a read there. We're getting the reads on not those ones. So let's see. I might be hitting it a little too far left. .5. No spin read. Let's see. We're going to check something. Okay, we're good there. Yeah, that's interesting. It's just giving me some kind of random results on outdoors. We didn't get those results out indoors as we were doing this. So we're definitely gonna have to try this out a little more, where we can actually get some shots. Let me grab those balls. Let's see if we can get some more. All right, here we go. Let's try a couple more. So I got to make sure I'm out to the right, I think, a little bit. Hit that one good. Yeah, I think those first couple, if you pull it too far left, you're going to have some issues with, all right, hey, it's hard to see it. Still 9,000 RPMs. That's still a little rough. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to walk that ball off because I can't shoot it with the laser. It's kind of down in some grass. So we're going to walk that off. 21 yards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21. Probably had it land about 22 actually. So, and it is a little downhill down here, so it probably lost sight of it at some point. But so okay, not bad on the carry.
Spin number's weird though, and we'll have to just see that. So the challenge I think we have to have is if you're somewhere where you have ranges open. Right now we don't have that here. All our practice facilities are closed. Again, this one's open because it's in a park. So we had a better setup of a practice facility, would we get different reads? That would be what I'd be interested in. So now I'm interested in if we hit like a 9-iron, what do we get? So let's try that out. We're gonna switch the club. That usually shouldn't matter unless you're logging the shots you're hitting, but we'll change it anyway. 9-iron. Let's see, right at that pole. Started there, it's drawing 5,900 RPMs a spin. That's maybe a little low. We're downwind right now. Yeah, we're gonna have to try this out a little bit as we go. We did measure off the distance from the tee, and that seems like the angle of attack's a little down on it too. So we're gonna have to mess around with this a little bit. The launch seems good. The ball data doesn't seem bad other than the spin. Just seems a little weird, and we'll have to check that out. So let's see. That one was hit pretty good. Again, it's downwind, so it's gonna spin less. But yeah, 82 seems more like it as we go. Maybe a touch short on the distance too, but again, it does lose sight of it over that hill. But yeah, that's something interesting we'll have to check out. We might have to check it out on short indoor mode at some point here and see what we get. But that's the first run through outside in a while, basically since we first got it. And I'd be interested to hear anybody else that's gone outside with this, what you're getting as far as numbers. So far I've seen spin down on your longer clubs, although that's all right, but spin way up on the short shots, like ridiculously up. Launch angle seems good. You can see angle of attack on that one was more where I'm kind of at with my swing, so maybe it was just a weird read. Again, not a perfect setup either. I will give it that. It's not a perfect setup. We do have it as level as we possibly can get, but you know, there's grass. I would rather be on a range where there was just short grass all the way from behind the unit. We tried to pick and mow some down, but I think we could give it a little bit of credit to that too. But I'd be interested to hear some of your thoughts, trying it out. Anybody that's able to get out to a proper practice facility, see what you can do with the unit and see what we're getting. But so far, initial thoughts with it. We're gonna have to mess with it a little bit and see how much that setup really matters. So that's gonna be I think the next task. Taking it from, all right, here, it can't be used in a setup that's a little bit less than ideal, it seems like. Maybe it's gonna have to be in that setup that's perfect.
All right, so you can see Mevo Plus, again, just some weird spin numbers going with it. The ball should have been probably going farther with those 9-irons, and you know, it just was kind of falling out of the air. We ended up walking that off and seeing that the yardage was coming up short because, again, I think it's something to do with how it's reading spin, and then it's putting that into the equation. So just something to pay attention to as this unit's going. I think it's something that gets ironed out, because I saw it when I first used this unit outside right after the show, before they started making some adjustments, that it did seem to work pretty good. So, and we've heard from others that it has worked really good outside. But a couple of things we have to look forward to is just seeing how some updates get affecting that spin rate outside. Indoors seems okay, but we'll see what happens with all the updates as we go forward. But again, thanks so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Click that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber already, and thanks for watching. Peace.